Rogue Galaxy is a JRPG that was created by Level 5 and published by Sony in 2005. Now, since December 2015, we can actually download a re-release for the PlayStation 4. And chances might actually be high that you never have heard about this game before, like me, and you missed out on this game. So it's basically a really nice JRPG that came at the end, I guess, of the PlayStation 2 era, and it really looks amazing, feels amazing, and has really nice cutscenes. So now, going to the story. So what is happening in Rogue Galaxy? Basically, you start off with your main character on this desert planet. He's called Jestar, as you can see him here. And the story sequences are actually told through video sequences or through cutscenes where the characters talk. And a really important point in this game is actually the voice acting, which is really good, you know. So this is basically a very important part of the game that makes the game really good, and that is the voice acting is basically superb. So once a cutscene appears, all the characters will talk, and you will hear the voices, and they're pretty well done actually. So let's have a look at the battle system of Rogue Galaxy. It's pretty similar to the ones of the Tales series. So you have a real-time system in which you move, block and attack. Now, furthermore, you have also a huge variety of abilities that you can choose from, like buffs and AoE tags that your characters can use and unlock in the course of the game. It's also possible to set up a whole strategy for the whole team, like to fight separately or to pick the same target. Now, so it's basically pretty standard stuff here. You have an HP bar, you have an AP bar, which is similar to magic points. The one thing that should be mentioned is that you can see a teal bar close to the name of each character. It is also an action point system. That means that with each action that the character does, this bar actually loses 1 point, or depending on the strength of the attack or the spell, more points. And if you run out of it, you have to wait a little time until it fully recharges, until you can do another action. Otherwise, you can also block one attack, which also automatically refills your action bar completely. Now, as good as the voice acting in this game is, as terrible is the camera by default in this game. They did not even invert the up and down axis, they also inverted left and right, leaving you like super confused if you just start the game and trying to direct the camera. Now, let's have a look at the character creation or the character improvement in this game. So there's basically a revelation system, or is called revelation system in this game. So each player has a huge revelation board on which you can unlock new abilities. So it basically reminds me of a skill tree in most MMORPGs. It's not really an MMORPG, but you can definitely feel that it has some influences from some MMORPGs. So now you can actually use consumables or certain revelation items to unlock new abilities. But that's not the only thing that you can do in Rogue Galaxy. There's like actually a lot of stuff that how you can increase your characters, buff yourself, and there's also a pretty ridiculous detailed minigame in this game called Insector, or I don't know how you should call it, maybe Pokemon Insector. So there's basically on each planet you can actually catch little insects with cages, and you can feed them and you can breed them. You can do so much with them, you know, you have to feed them from time to time so they stay healthy and are happy. And then you can actually even go to the arena and fight with them and win prizes. And this minigame is, it's pretty time extensive, you know, and if you really want to max out all your weapons and stuff, you can also use a toad that you find on a certain planet. Like, there's so many stuff to do in this game here, and if you really want to, you know, do it all, you definitely have to use a certain amount of time to grind some gold, because like I said, with all the stuff that you can do, there's so much that you will not have enough gold, so you actually have to choose if you want to just do one certain thing, or if you just want to grind a little bit. Now, as you can see here, the game is actually pretty straightforward. It reminds me, like I said, a little bit of a MMORPG, but not really, you know, just the layout maybe of the levels a little bit, so it's not too complicated. So it's a really good game to just play casually, maybe like 1 or 2 hours a day, and then come back on the next day, you know. It's a lot of fun to play, it's very relaxing for me. I think the music is great, the graphic is really good for a PlayStation 2 game, so if you don't know the game, you know, maybe give it a try. Like, I'm really impressed by the game, you know. So I hope this review helped a little bit, so maybe later guys, bye bye.